Channel 18 is very pleased to welcome back to our studio the chairman of the Cultural Council, Patricia Stackhouse, and she has a very interesting trip. Those of you who've gone with her before know that she runs some very nice trips. And so this is a trip that's going back to Italy. And so, Jean, you're going to tell us all about it. I don't want to cut in and have to say.
It's a very exciting trip. But first, I'd like to just tell you that the Harwich Cultural Council is a town-appointed committee. And we are funded by the state and by our town to bring cultural events into Harwich. This is done through a grant program in the fall of the year. And artists, artisans, musicians, all sorts of people with something to offer, write a grant. And it's reviewed by our committee, and then we decide which ones we're going to fund. The last 2 years, we've given out about $10,000 this year. We did $8,000 the year before. And we have funded many, many things in town. I will say that 1/3 of the money goes into our school system for things to be done there that are not in the curriculum and enhance the cultural experiences of the children. So it's a very worthwhile cause. Anyone going on this trip, $100 of your trip money will be donated back to the Cultural Council, and that is a tax-deductible donation. So with that aside, let me just say that we're very excited about this trip. If anyone's thinking about a special gift for Valentine's Day, wedding anniversary, a birthday, or just whatever, this is a great place to go and get away. We are going to Lake Como, which is in, I don't know if you can see this, but it's in northern Italy, right up here with this blue. Can you see that? And the area we're going to is called Lombardy. And the exact location we're going to is Lake Como, which looks like an upside-down Y. And it's one of the largest lakes in the Lombardy region. We'll be staying directly on the lake at a very special hotel. This is a view of the Lake Como, and that's it, the way it looks. And we'll be staying right about there, and this is what it would be looking like, which is a beautiful, glorious, enchanted place.
When are you planning to go?
We are leaving Harwich May 10th, and we are coming back on May 18th. So we leave on a Thursday, and we come back the following Friday. We have transportation to Logan Airport from the community center. The trip is an all-inclusive trip. It includes the dates, okay. It includes charter bus to Harwich to Logan, as I said, Swiss Air via Zurich to Milan, and then a motor coach to Lake Como, where we will be staying in one hotel for the entire week.
That's always important.
I think so.
People don't like to be moving around a lot if they don't have to.
No, not at all.
Now, Lake Como is a beautiful area, and a lot of interesting characters have inhabited that area.
Absolutely, they have. Ernest Hemingway stayed there a very long time, and I think you mentioned that you knew someone who had a castle there of some sort.
I think it was Prince William when we took our tour of the area.
Yeah, so it's a very special place. In fact, I have a quote from Henry James, and he said that if you went to describe Lake Como, who would want to and who could? You just were there, and you had to just kind of go there. So he was there too, and many, many people. The turn of the century really developed it into a resort, and it's a very relaxing and beautiful place. The Alps are your background, and there are these beautiful green hills coming down to the lake, and in some places it's sheer rock down to the lake. So it's the topography is exquisite.
What can people do when they're there?
Well, first of all, we'll have full breakfast every day. That's included in your trip. And we have dinner every night with wine or mineral water or whatever you would like. And 3 nights we're going out to restaurants, and the other 4 nights we'll be at the hotel. We have native tour escorts We have full admissions to all our tourist attractions, including the funicular ride in Bellagio. And so your trip includes air, hotel, transportation, and a donation to the council.
What about shopping? You girls like to shop.
Well, we girls like to shop, yes, and there are very pretty craft things there. They have some, let's see, Como is rich in art and history. It's an old town, and we will be visiting and touring the old town. And they have large parks and beautiful villas and elegant houses that have been built there for vacations. We go up to Bellagio by boat, and let me just get a picture of Bellagio here. Here is Bellagio, and we'll be taking a boat up and down the lake to all these places, not the motor coach per se. You got that? And while we are up there, we're going to be touring this beautiful villa. It's called the Villa Babbianello. And inside that, we have a tour inside that. You got that? Then there are picturesque narrow lanes going through these villages. Some of them are covered walks going through. It's very picturesque. And they have some pottery. They have cheese making. They are famous for their stuffed pastas, not flat pastas, which is very interesting. And of course, the lake fish. They have lots of fish. And there is perch and whiting and bass. And the chefs there seem to know how to cook all that. So Americans are not used to eating so much lake fish, I don't think.
I think you're right, particularly where we live, right on the Cape.
Right. Our lakes, I don't know if they're stocked or not. And so that would be about, Como produces 80% of Europe's silk. So it's a place to get silk ties and silk shirts.
And silk scarves. I know
yes.
We brought back some scarves. And nice, you know, you have sisters that you want to bring something back to. They're easy to pack.
They're easy to pack, right? They don't weigh much, right? No china and ceramics, no. And they have, the wines that they have up there are different. It's a Colombo, I think it's called San Colombo wines and Lambrusco and things like that, but I'm sure they bring in wines from other regions as well. They have cheeses. The Grand Padano cheese is the big one, and something called Taleggio, which is in one of our cookbooks I was reading the other day, is a cheese that melts and it eats with bread and nuts. Anyway, they have a lot of nice things. The boule bread originated there, which we buy in the supermarket here, which is amazing, and the fish.
I know if you have little granddaughters that you want to bring something back to, we found the little Swiss dolls.
Oh.
And so there's a thought.
I don't know too much about Switzerland, but we will be leaving the lake the last 2 days. We stay at the same hotel, but we will be going to both St. Moritz and Lugano, Switzerland. And those are resort towns. There are palm trees, and the weather is going to be very mild, beautiful climate. It should be sunny. Flowers will be out. They have oleander, azaleas, roses. Our hotel is right next to one of the most beautiful gardens, and we can go into that as a public garden, but our hotel is right next to it. The hotel is on the water. We have a terrace, cocktail terrace, overlooking the water, and there's also a swimming pool, if it's warm enough to go swimming in the pool. So we will have all of these amenities there. We're really looking forward to this, and this money raised from this trip will go into our grant fund for September of 2012. And we never know what the state is going to give us. We never know if the voters of Harwich are going to approve our warrant article. And so with this money, this is our insurance money. This says that we can fund art and culture for Harwich. And I just hope that you'll be able to think about participating. You'll be seeing this flyer around town, this Let's Take a Trip, describing where we're going to be, etc., and the cost of the trip. The cash price is $21.99, but you have to figure on another $556 for air fuel, tax, landing charges, all this sort of thing. That's the same as any airline you go on. And the reason I cut that out of the overall price was because I wanted you to see the value of this particular trip. If you pay by credit card, they charge you a little more, $22.49. That's per person, double. As of now, we have 4 singles. We have 10 people signed up for the trip so far. We're limited to about 20, so we have 10 spots left.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a small group. And your deposit of $350 is due any time that you want to start to make arrangements. Travel insurance is extra, and that's on your own. Some people don't take it. Some people have it in another format. But we do provide travel insurance, which is $239. So you can add up all the figures. You can contact us at the town website, Harwich, www.harwich.ma.gov. And just look up committees, cultural, and you'll find the entire trip described there. These kind of flyers are around town. They're at the Brooks Library. They're at the Community Center. They're at the Town Hall and the Chamber. On this form tells you the trip day by day, where we're going, and it also has a reservation form on the back. The reservation form can be returned to Town Hall, to the administration office, and left there. If you wish to go online, you'll read all this online, and you can you can take your reservation form right offline and send that into Town Hall, and I will pick up that right there and then call you afterwards and put you on the list to go. So that's the way you do it. So any questions, anything that you need to know, my phone number is on this flyer and on the regular flyer. So you can just call Pat Stackhouse at 432-2378, and I'll be happy to discuss any aspect of the trip.
Well, you certainly have it well organized and well promoted. Already, as you say, you have 10 people going. And so with only 10 openings, I imagine you might have some tough decisions to make, but it's a wonderful area. And in terms of culture, certainly meet all your cultural objectives. You'll get to know a very special part of Italy.
True.
And a little bit about Switzerland, going into those Lugano and St. Moritz, very nice area. And it's very interesting, too, around the lake. There's a lot of mansions there that have great history. And as Pat has told you, there's cheeses and cloths and gelato, too.
I would imagine. We get very used to that. You sound like you were there and had a good time.
Yes. So, anything else that you'd like to close with?
No, I think, did I mention that this is our 3rd trip? We went to Sorrento and Sicily as well with the same company, and everyone seemed very pleased. So I'm hoping that we have a real push now to have this go. We want the trip to go. If we don't have 20, we have a chance of not going. We can expand to 25 if we really have to.
I think people want to know that, because you don't want to get cut out.
So get in touch with us, pick up a flyer, and I hope to hear from you soon. And thank you so much.
And the trip, the dates again are?
May 10th through May 18th, 2012.
Very good. And there are the prices up on the board?
Yes.
So you have plenty of information to prepare for your trip, and at least get your deposit in, and then begin to work on the rest. So thank you, Pat, and best wishes to you and the Cultural Council. And we thank you for all the good work you've done in the past and what you do for scholarships to the school children and other musicians and artists around town.